everyone. Today I'm going to try on all of my coats, my jackets, and my blazers because it's getting colder, and in winter and in fall I am fine with just wearing a simple sweater and a jeans and then a jacket. And it is not a rational idea because you see my sweater and my jeans more than you see my jacket because I'm more indoors than I am outdoors. But I have noticed that I can keep on buying jackets and I'm always excited to buy a jacket. And I do not have that with sweaters, for example. But I know I have too much and I also just want to try them on to see how much I got and if I can get rid of some items because when I was trying them on, I felt like there were a lot of jackets that were very similar to each other, and you will see it pretty soon with this jacket. This one is a rain trench coat, so it is against the rain, and then I have a pretty similar one with the same color, the same style, but in cotton. And although they serve a different kind of purpose, I feel like I didn't need to buy them both. But not all my coats are mistakes, like this one. I bought it on Vinted and it's originally from COS, from the men's collection. And I think I bought it for 40 euros, which is very good in my opinion. I don't wear it a ton, but I always wear it for more formal occasions with a dress. So I'm definitely keeping this one. This is the coat that started my obsession for long coats, and it's from Zara. I have it for 5 years now, and if you look closely, you can see some wear and tear, but every season I still gravitate towards it, and it's just an easy one for when it's not that warm, but also not that cold, because it doesn't have a fabric that keeps you warm. But it's like the first jacket that I wear if I transition into fall and winter. And it's this really dark gray color, which I think is even more versatile than black. Then we have a very similar one. Especially on screen, you can't really tell the difference between this one and the previous one, but it has a total different material. This one has some wool in it, and I wear it when the other one is too cold. So I think next week it will be 12 degrees here, and I will definitely get some wear out of this one. And then we have come to the first jacket I think I will let go. It is also very similar to the previous two, and it is a little bit more tight fitting, and I think that's why I'm going to let it go because I can't fit sweaters underneath it. It's 100% wool, and that's why I kept it for so long. And I do like the style, but it's just not practical. I think I have it for 3 years and only wore it 6 times because I keep everything that I wear in an Excel file, so that's not a lot. So here we have the trench coat I was talking about. It's very similar to the one I showed you, but this one is from cotton. I got it in January and I got it from the COS sales of January, and I really like it, but I have to admit that I haven't worn it a ton. So I feel like now it is getting that kind of weather where I can wear it, and I will because I really like how it fits. But it has some competition because this trench coat is for that exact weather. Although sometimes I feel a little bit boring in this one, I fall in and out of love with it because sometimes it feels boring and sometimes I just want a simple look and then it's perfect. It's 100% cotton and I got it from Another Stories. And I also like that it has a lighter color because then you can see the bag that I'm wearing a little bit more. Most of my bags are dark, so with these darker coats you can't really separate them, if you know what I mean. But this one is one of my favorites. It's also something I got on Vinted, and it's a COS coat that I knew that existed. I almost bought it new a couple of years ago and I didn't. And I actually always regretted it. And then I saw it online and the picture was pretty bad. So I knew it wasn't selling because people couldn't really tell what kind of material it was and so on, because I knew what kind of coat it was and what material it was because I saw it in stores. I immediately bought it and I'm so happy with it because I got it for a very good price. And the thing about this coat is that it is very long, so it feels like you don't really have to worry about your outfit underneath. This coat is actually a confession because I bought it in January, and in my latest COS haul in January, I confessed that I bought way too much stuff and I didn't include this coat because I thought I was going to send it back, but I kept on trying it on and loved it every time, so I actually kept it. But I was feeling super guilty because I spent it way too much then, and I have been spending way less on new clothes since then and been trying on or trying to just shop secondhand. But I still kept it and I haven't worn it yet, but I am super excited. It is a large and it is way too big on me, but I really like that style and I can still wear it like this so it feels a little bit more fitted. And in winter, I feel like this is going to be a very nice jacket to look forward to. Another jacket that I only can wear in winter is this one because it's from cashmere and wool. I got it secondhand 3 or 4 years ago, I think. And at that time, I didn't really have a lot of winter jackets, so I was wearing this one constantly. So I definitely got my wear out of it, but I still wear it a lot because it feels like a blanket. This coat I did show in a COS haul. I got it for a year now, and I really like that it is in this green black color, so it feels a little bit more interesting than just a black coat, in my opinion. It is very structured, and I have a lot of oversized coats, and this one brings a nice balance. The same goes for this coat. I got this one a year and a half ago, and it's also a little bit more structured. It's in a completely different color than my other coats. It brings a little bit more color and a little bit more brightness. So it's a good coat for when I'm not totally feeling like myself. Like I do have to be in the mood for this coat, but sometimes I do want to be a little bit more colorful, and then this coat comes in handy, so I'm not decluttering this one, although some days I think I want to. This is another confession coat. I also got it in January in sales, and it is the same story. I thought I was going to return it, so I didn't show it, but every time I tried it on, I really liked the quality and how big it was. And although this one is way too big, I really like that sometimes because I do like to wear oversized sweaters, and this one is one of the only coats I will be able to wear when I want to wear my very oversized sweaters. And it is my last confession coat. After this, I do not have any surprises left. Aside from coats, blazers is also something that is very tempting for me to buy because they are so versatile. I do like to wear them, and you can find pretty cheap one in thrift stores. And the quality of them is something that always gets to me. Like this one is so structured, and I got it for a really good price. But I do feel like this is the section where I will be decluttering a lot of them. I'm just going to look at them and see what is different about them, if I have been wearing them or I see myself wearing them in the future, and then see if I can get rid of some that are too similar to each other. But the first two are very different from each other and the quality is too good, and I always wear them, so these will be staying. But I do have a lot of these kind of blazers in a similar color, a similar fit. And I feel like I want to only keep the blazers that are a little bit more fitted because I got so many oversized one. So I think this one, for example, is one that is going to stay. I did wish that I changed for this section because I do not like the look of a light wash jeans with a blazer. It makes me think of men that were forced to wear something formal, but it is not their thing, so they wear a jeans and then a blazer on top of that. I used to wear blazers with everything, but now I feel like I mostly wear them if I'm wearing a black pants that is a little bit more oversized, or a dress, like on formal events. I am trying to be ruthless with decluttering some blazers, but every blazer I look at, I think there is something special about it. This one is from Hugo Boss and it's from cashmere, so I'm definitely keeping this one. And I do have to admit that I am a little bit scared of decluttering and selling things because when I think something is precious or it's of good quality, I am scared someone else will not appreciate it as much as I am, even though I'm not wearing it a ton. Like this one, I have worn a ton. It's a Kenzo blazer. It's very oversized, but I think this kind of oversized is a little bit too much for me at this moment because I like to wear it with dresses, but I am not wearing dresses at the moment. So that's also a reason why my blazers aren't getting the use that they used to get, but I still find it hard to declutter them. But I'm just going to set my mind that I'm going to declutter at least two to begin with. The last section I'm going to talk about is jackets and outerwear that is a bit more practical. And this is a section that I was lacking in for a while. And maybe I've gotten a bit overboard, but I do live in Belgium and we have a variety of weather. And I do not have a car, so I'm mostly traveling by train. So I am outdoors a lot. And I also ride my bike a lot, so long coats aren't always the best. So these two are very similar, but I do wear them a lot. This one I can wear under coats as well when it's very cold. And these are quilted jackets. The first one was from COS and this one is from Another Stories. I also got them just last year, but I have gotten so much wear out of it. This is one of my older coats. It is from Zara and it is a raincoat. It's very practical and it's holding up quite nicely. It's very big. You can wear sweaters underneath it. So that's why I like it a lot because it isn't very warm on its own. This is a vintage jacket that I got last year as well. And it isn't the most practical because it's not a raincoat or something like that, but it's very relaxed. And sometimes I just want to throw something on and not worry about how fancy my jacket is or how much value I have for that jacket. Although I really like the style, it is a jacket that I will not worry about it when it gets dirty, and I think it's important to have these kind of jackets also. Another jacket I got from the thrift store is this one, but this one is a little bit more practical because it is from wool, so it keeps me very warm without being very bulky. So on my bike, this is one of my best jackets. This is another COS coat that I got on Vinted and I'm very happy about it because I wouldn't buy this new in COS because they would cost a lot of money and I would think it's not worth it. But now that I have it, I wear it a ton. It is very practical, but it doesn't feel very practical, like the look of it. But it is also from wool, so it is very warm. Something that is also pretty new to me and to my closet is leather jackets. I got three and I all got them within the last year. And this is something I got in April. It is from Max, I think. And I really like the shape of it because it is so fitted and it feels very like a designer coat, if that makes sense. And I like it a lot, but I can't really wear something underneath it, like a sweater or something. So then I also bought this one just a month ago. And this one is a little bit more versatile because I can layer it with other things. And then I have this brown one. This one I got the longest, and it's also why I bought the black one. It's very similar in style. I wear this a lot. It is also practical, but also is a total different style than a wool jacket, for example. And the last coat I'm going to show you is this jacket. This one is my most practical jacket. It is very warm. It's very good to ride my bike in winter. It's very practical but also very good quality. And that were all my jackets and coats. I hope you enjoyed this one. I actually was quite surprised that there weren't a lot of jackets where I was thinking like I should declutter this because I don't wear it a ton. I do switch them up a lot.